find your tight end to pick up the first down.
Well, you think Isaiah Davis is playing himself into a bigger role in this Jets offense? He's been terrific for New York. Here's Brees Hall, breaking one for the Jets. Hall,
no.
Second effort, and he's in for the touchdown.
He may have.
Did he stay inbounds?
Right about that 3-yard line, there's a question. Did the right foot, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but it's close.
If it stands, it's a 27-yard touchdown run. Right foot in, right there, right at the 3-yard line. Boy, it's close from that vantage point, Arch.
I think I see green grass. I think I see a sliver of green.
Yeah, you still got that 2010. I think you're right from that vantage point.
That is tight.
Brees Hall got his first rushing touchdown of the season earlier.
It's interesting.
And he's got another one here.
Interesting call right here, isn't it?
Jets already within 8. They're going to go for the 2 here. Interesting indeed. Fields evades, throws towards the end zone. It's caught by Davis. They're going to rule incomplete. Arch, interesting, putting it mildly. You're down 8, 7:52 left. Instead of kicking the extra point, getting it down to 7, you go for a 2-point conversion.
Well, you only do that if in your mind you're going for the win. And you're saying, hey, we're not here to tie it. We're here to win.
It was a catch and short for no good. We're going to look at the play.
So the officials are going to review this. Call in the field is incomplete on the attempted 2. So certainly the decision for Aaron Glenn raises some eyebrows, but clearly, Arch, he's thinking we're going for the win, not playing for any tie potentially down the road. And so hence the decision to go for 2. How about Fields, the body control, just to give Davis a chance?
I don't know if it broke the plane.
Let's bring in Gene's territory. Gene, a lot to unpack here. How do you see this sequence for the Jets?
A lot, Spiro. But I think what you really have to look at and remember, only the tip of a football has to break the plane of that goal line. So if you just have a piece of the nose of that football breaking the white of that goal line, technically, officially, you've got a 2-point conversion touchdown. You've got scoring play. And when I'm watching Davis here with this ball, as it goes in and he cradles it, if he's possessed that right away, and I think this is a great angle as we watch this come in. Now just watch the nose of that football right at this point. Look, if he's possessed that football right there and you only have a piece of that football touching the white or breaking the white, you've got to go with a 2-point successful 2-point conversion.
Gene,
I think, yes, go ahead.
Gene, I got a question. At what point is, when you're in the air like that, can you determine possession of the football?
After reviewing the play, the receiver caught the ball and was beyond the goal line when he caught it. 2-point. It's good.
All right, we appreciate Gene all over it. Boy, the decision from Aaron Glenn to go for 2.
So the theory behind that is knowing that you have to score again, and the odds and the likelihood of you scoring one out of 2 2-point conversions is higher. You know what I'm saying? So saying that, hey, if we score again, the odds and the statistics say we have a better chance of converting it to then be able to tie the game.
So Glenn goes for the 2. They cut it to 6. And we got a brand new game once again here in Cincinnati. 7:52 left. Archie, always look to see what kind of fight a team that's in the position that the Jets are. 0-7, winless after 7 weeks. How do they perform? How do they fight for their head coach, their embattled head coach?
How about both teams, the run game here in the 4th quarter coming to life?
Return here from Charlie Jones. And the Jets get down the field. Decent kick coverage. And Cincinnati's going to have it from just inside their 30. Reminder to stay tuned for the NFL Today update delivered by Little Caesars, time permitting. JB and the crew from New York will get you all the latest NFL scores and highlights.
Well, here's the dilemma that Aaron Glenn and Steve Wilks, the defensive coordinator of the Jets, have. You'd like to say, hey, we're going to load up and play the box. But there's one problem. That's going to put us one-on-one with Chase and Higgins. And as you saw last week, Flacco has no problems. If he sees that one-on-one, especially with press coverage, he's going downtown. And then who's going to win that battle? The money is on the Jets receivers.
Well, that's the dilemma, as Chase, Fisher's going to rule this incomplete. One of the few misses for Jamar Chase. It'll be 2nd and 10. Let's get a NFL Today update to New York and Adam Schein.
Spiro, Arch, it's Dak Prescott of the Dallas Cowboys taking on Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos. Jim, Tony, Tracy coming up 4:25 Eastern Time. That's going to be a show. Back to you.
All right, Adam, we will be keeping close tabs on that one. 2nd and 10. Flacco over the middle, up the seam, and it is incomplete. First time we've really called the name of Yoshivash. As Flacco unable to connect, Jarvis Brownlee was with him step for step, and it is going to be 3rd and 10 for the Bengals.
Listen, this helps out the New York Jets. You know, they're only down now by 6 points, 7 minutes, 41 seconds on the clock. But now you save them with 2 stoppages of the clock. If they don't get it on their next possession, you are just giving them more and more time to get back into this game.
Crowd quiets down for this offense. Flacco from the gun on 3rd and 10, buying himself some time, and they finally get to him. First sack for the Jets today, and it's Will McDonald. Just a massive play for Steve Wilks in this defense.
He had to come a long, long way. Will McDonald, all the way from the other side of the field. Look at him wrap around and end up making that play on Flacco. The first sack of the game, and they have gotten 0 pressure on Flacco. And now all of a sudden, this game got interesting.
6-point game as the Jets are going to get it back. Isaiah Williams off a bouncer, crosses the 30. Williams, boy, nifty returning in this game from Isaiah Williams. 18 on the return after the 56-yard punt by Rico. And finally tackled on the play by Taj Brooks. And we got a brand new game here in Cincinnati. 1st down Jets. An excellent starting field position from their 42.
Well, listen, just because they went down on that last possession, which I thought was critical for them getting back in this game, and got 7 points, now you're sitting in a really good spot. 6 minutes, 50 seconds left, and your run game has started to come alive. The Bengals seemingly haven't had an answer for you running the football in this second half.
Play action from Fields. Fields going to take a shot, and he delivers a strike off the sideline to Arian Smith. And another monster throw from Fields, a pickup of 23.
We know Arian Smith, he's got the wheels and he can fly. And when you got speed like that, it's not always do you just run the go route, but do you have the threat of running by a defensive back? You put on the brakes and the quarterback delivers the ball.
Here's Breece Hall. Hall slips a tackle. Hall very close to another Jet first down to the Cincinnati 25. Waiting for the signal from Scott Novak. And now they say 1st down Jets. Boy, a little bit of a bobble.
Yeah.
Osai converging on the tackle with Knight. And somehow Hall able to maintain possession. Here's Williams. Gonna duck inside the 20. It's just crazy to watch this Arch. A Jets offense that went 2 weeks without a touchdown. They're approaching 500 yards of total offense in this game. Just a stunner.
Oh, man. You ever experiment with taking crazy pills? Today's my first time.
No comment.
Today's my first time. And it's been wild.
2nd and 5 Jets. Justin Fields, their embattled quarterback, taking his lumps from the media this season, the fan base, all of his struggles, trying to put it all behind him and somehow get the Jets a road win here in Cincinnati in Week 8 as Hall tackled on the play by Knight to set up a 3rd and 1.
Yeah,
5 minutes left.
Spare, I've been praising the Bengals offensive line, but I think it's time to give the Jets offensive line their due because It's been one-on-one tackles between these Jets backs, whether it's Davis or Breece Hall on linebackers and safeties. And they've been able to win that matchup. Both offensive lines today really getting the job done.
Third and a long yard. Fields on the keeper. Fields leaning back. Where are they going to spot this football? Line the gain right at the 15. First down, Jets. And Arch, they are approaching 260 rushing yards in this game. Just wild. Clock running, 4 and change. Both coaches thinking about the timeout situation. Certainly if you're Zach Taylor here, just trying to run that thing as much as they can. 6-point Cincinnati lead. Fresh set of downs for the Jets. Fields from the gun. Operating over the middle. Completes. It's Davis again. Tackled by Logan Wilson. It's a pickup of 9. Second and short. Clock running, 3:34 left. I'm sure many people around the NFL that predicted this kind of outcome in this game. 6-point lead for Cincinnati. This resurgent team with their new quarterback, Joe Flacco, came in red hot, riding high from a confidence standpoint after their Thursday night win against Pittsburgh last week, getting everything they can handle from the winless Jets. Davis going to lose a yard. Slayton among the tacklers as Cincinnati gets that push up the middle.
Well, that's one of the very few times in this game that we've seen somebody from Cincinnati's defense get into that Jets backfield. In their last drive, it was really the Jets run game that led to them getting their touchdown to get back in this. Now this season, Spiro, Cincinnati's red zone defense has not been very good. Today they've been pretty good. But right now you ask yourself, if you're the Jets, knowing that you don't have to score, you could still get a first down in a new set, what are you going to do to pick up this 2 yards?
3rd and 2, sidearm delivery, it's caught. First down Jets. Mason Taylor able to squeeze it. He knew he was going to get hit by Dax Hill. A pickup of 3. First down and goal to go for the Jets.
Oh, that is a big-time throw and a big-time catch. When you talk about accuracy, Fields put it in the perfect place for his tight end to get that football.
What a performance by Justin Fields, leading the Jets down the field as we hit the 2-minute warning here in Cincinnati. The Jets at nearly 500 yards of total offense, but they need points on CBS.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Uber Eats. When football makes you hungry, order Uber Eats. And by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
What a crazy game this has been in Cincinnati. This was the scene just a couple of seconds ago. Joe Flacco wincing in pain down on that Cincinnati sideline. It was the right shoulder that they're looking at as they took a closer look at him, and that just adds to the intrigue here down the stretch. Hall, boy, thought about it, now tosses to the end zone, and he's got Taylor for the Jets touchdown. And this Cincinnati crowd stunned as the Jets have come all the way back, and they've got a shot to take the lead with 1:54 left.
I cannot believe that Hall threw this football, and then Taylor, he just head tops. Is that Turner? He just goes over the top and takes it from him. That is unbelievable, Spiro.
How about the play call from Tanner Engstrand? A running back pass in that kind of a moment for an OC and play caller that's been under the gun. All the hits he's taken with some of the offensive struggles. Unbelievable. The Jets were down 31-16 with 2.5 left in the third quarter. Cincinnati looked like they were in really good shape. Suddenly you're down a point and your starting quarterback, Arch, is in the locker room.
This is incredible. Watch Breece Hall, because the Turner, number 20, he does a pretty good job here, but his back is to the runner. He sees Taylor. But boy, what a job from Taylor to take it away. And now it's not Flacco, it's Jake Browning, who has to come in here and try to save the day for the Cincinnati Bengals.
How quickly can the Bengals now psychologically turn the page? Here comes Joe Flacco, like Willis Reed coming out of the locker room here for the Bengals, as he quickly trots towards the sideline. All eyes on him as everyone sets up here for the kickoff. Looks like they're going to get him his helmet. Looks like Flacco's okay. Man, this is just crazy. 39-38 Jets trying to get their first win of the season. The desperation that they're playing with today. This is Charlie Jones out across the 20. Jones to the 24. And here we go with 1:48 left. Joe Cool, how many times has he been in this position in his career? But how about the New York Jets trying to get their first one of the season?
Boy, what can you say? And they've done it really in all phases. But it's that run game, Spiro. Breece Hall, 18 attempts, 133 yards. Isaiah Davis with a long 50-yard run that really got that party started. And then Hall does it with the touchdown pass to his tight end, Taylor. Unbelievable second half.
Cincinnati begins the drive. They got all 3 timeouts left. Jamar Chase, the completion from Flacco. So you got plenty of clock. Joe Cool has been in this position 1,000,000 times in his career as we approach 90 seconds.
And listen, you certainly, there's a few factors here. Obviously, you want to be in position to kick the field goal, but you also have to make sure that, you know, offenses these days only need about 30 seconds.
Chase Brown's trying to spring one, gets into the second level. And Arch just adding to the importance of this game. Cincinnati trying to get themselves back in the conversation in the AFC North. This is one that you can't afford to miss.
Well, it's a huge game because as high as the vibe has been here for Cincinnati coming out of that Thursday night game, you know, after pretty much being almost a lost season, all the optimism and enthusiasm and everything that Flacco's done for this offense and this team, well, this is one that you can't afford to drop if you're the Bengals.
Flacco up the seam. That one deflected in the air. My goodness, nearly picked. Yoshivas was the intended target. Jamie Sherwood.
Boy, that's a
had
great
a chance.
Boy, Jamie Sherwood just, I believe number 44 gets his right hand right there. Back is to the football, gets his hand in there, and boy, that is a great job by Sherwood. That's a tight window throw from Flacco, but Sherwood really is the one that made that happen.
Cincinnati needs about 18 yards, maybe 17 to get into the field goal range of McPherson.
So now you have to call a timeout.
Zach Taylor will take one here down to 37 seconds. As he looks down at that play sheet, 3rd down coming up for the Bengals. And just agony for these fans that thought this one was in the win column just a couple of minutes ago. Reminder to stay tuned. The NFL Today update delivered by Little Caesars. Time permitting, JB and the crew standing by. Get you all the scores and highlights to your heart's content. 3rd and 9 Arch, 37 seconds with 2 timeouts.
Boy, how about Aaron Glenn going for that 2-point conversion on their first touchdown and then challenging it after it was ruled.
All the decisions to try to put his team in a position to get one here. Flacco from the gun. Here they come. Flacco again under duress. Just has to throw it up and out of bounds. It was Jermaine Johnson. They dial up the perfect pressure to throw the timing of that play off for Flacco.
Well, here you go. This is, you know, for all intents and purposes, this could be a season-defining, you know, win or loss here for Cincinnati. And, you know, Chase has been kind of quiet here in the second half. Had a really good first half. Had a lot of targets in that first half, but the Jets have really done a nice job of taking him out of the game. Right now, Chase, by himself, isolated at the bottom of the screen. There's no doubt that the Jets will have safety help.
Day comes down to this for the Bengals. 4th and 9. Flacco protected. Flacco's pass incomplete. And the Jets are going to do it here in Cincinnati. Yoshibas, the intended target. Jarvis Brownlee was right there for the Jets. And once again, this Cincinnati crowd stunned.
Well, this starts on the third down, and Jermaine Johnson is going to wrap inside, and he's going to get the pressure. And so Flacco just tries to get rid of this football, just throw it away, nowhere to go with the football. And now that's going to force a big fourth down, and you've got to be one-on-one. The attention is on Chase and Higgins. Brownlee knows he's going to be the one to make a play, and you can't cover Yossi Vash any better than that.
Aaron Glenn, everything him and his staff have had to contend with, the questions, those sparring sessions with the New York media. This is his moment. They finally get one. Guy who's been in this position before, his previous years with Detroit, that 21 Lions team. All the losses piling up before they tasted victory. Hoping for similar fortunes with the New York Jets, as they finally get a win in the 8th week of the season to get to 1-7, and just a killer loss for the Cincinnati Bengals.
It is. You can't, if you're Aaron Glenn, the way you've rebounded after the last 3 weeks, and especially last week, a 39-point explosion. And if you're the Bengals, you figure you're playing the Jets, a team that hasn't won. You're coming off a big-time high that Thursday night against Pittsburgh. You score 38 points against the worst offense in the league, and you end up losing this game by 1 point. This is incredibly deflating for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Let's go downstairs. Aditi standing by with Justin Fields.
Justin, I didn't see a poker face right there.
God is good. That's all I got to say. I mean, it's simple. God is good. All the trials and tribulations we've had this whole season.
Yes, sir!
From last week to this week to just all the noise around, like I said earlier in the week, I found my peace in him, so I'm going to keep it short and simple with you. God is good.
Well, you told us that was the key. It's bringing the confidence from the practice field onto this field.
Yeah.
How did you do it today?
Yeah, we did a great job. I just told the guys before the game 3 things: belief, focus, and just playing free and having fun out there. So, we did a great job out there. I'm proud of all the guys, proud of the defense, proud of the offense, and we fought to the end.
Finally, win number 1. How do you build off of win number 1?
We keep going. I mean, just keep building, keep getting 1% better each and every day, and keep working.
Give us one of those smiles. Just one.
Appreciate you. Good seeing you.
All right, Aditi, all the criticism that Justin Fields has taken, he was stoic all week as he has led the Jets to a really shock victory against this resurgent Bengals team on the road in Cincinnati. Jets 39, the Bengals 38. The NFL Today update delivered by Little Caesars is next. Now for Arch Aditi, our producer Jason Ross, our director Mark Grant, Jane Sterator, this is Spiro Dina saying so long from Cincinnati. We'll join James Brown in New York next.
I'm stumped. Friendly insurance lizard, first letter G.
Geppetto? Come on, you just switched to Geico for car insurance?